Hello, everyone. Please let me know how you can hear me. So today we are going to have another class meeting, live meeting, and we are going to write a story, magical story, fairy tale story. But before we go there, I need you to let me know how you can hear me, how you can see me, that everything is working as it's supposed to. And I see we have new people. Welcome to our live meetings. Live and alive. And today I'm going to talk about fairy tales and about storytelling. So I want to remind you that we have Neurographica class about my fairy tale life. And if you're interested, you can find it on our website. The link will be in description box. Few more announcements that tomorrow at the same time we have a live Neurographica class. If you are a member of our subscription, this class will be free for you. If you want to join us just for this class, you can buy it. It's $29. The link to the class will be in the description box as well. And the name of the class is The Power of My Name. So we are going to talk about names and anything that is related to self-representation, always emotional and always has a big charge of energy. So if we have any, we will look like the stories behind names and emotions behind names and people behind names, different names and different times. So I'm very excited about this class. It will be led by me, so please join us for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So, and one more announcement. So sorry for taking so much time of our meeting about the announcement. In September, we're starting a new basic course. So if you're interested, please subscribe. The information will be in the info box, and you always can find the information on our website, neurographicacademy.com. So there is always plenty of useful information and many classes for your experience. Okay, I'm going back to the topic. Topic is, I'll tell you a story from ancient time. From one generation to another generations, people tried to pass the information. And the best skill to pass the information was storytelling. You can imagine that the storytelling was about something important. Why people really were talking about fairy tales? Why, it's not just about how to cook, how to do the land, how to do other stuff. Why we are talking about storytelling? They have no much importance, practical importance. Actually, they are very important, and it's happening already for thousands of years. The mythology, the fairy tales help us to learn how people overcome challenges, how the society is structured, how describe some natural things like why fall is coming after the spring and why winter is coming after the fall. There are many stories around it, but the most important that the storytelling helps us to pass our personal stories from my grandmothers to my mother, and from my mother to me. And I already my father used to tell us stories, not my mom for some reason, but my father, he really wrote a story, special story, and tell us before the bedtime. I have two younger sisters, so three of us listened the same story. It was about the pink bunny. And it's interesting, after 20 years, when we start to remember the story, each of us remembers something different. One of us remembered that the bunny was outcasted and how lonely he was. Another remembered that Bunny had a superpower and how he helped his family. And the third has her own interpretation of the story. So every time we look at any story, we remember something unique, something that is related to us. But today I want you invite to do something completely different. Instead of just looking at somebody's stories, we are going to write our own and see what kind of life strategies we use through the life stories that we are going to write. So I prepared a structure for the story. It's a very basic. I will start the sentence and you complete it. I will describe what kind of information you can put it there, but I invite you to see what is surfacing, what is coming to you, not try to logically prepare some information. See what is happening, like what kind of first impulse you receive, how you want to complete the sentence, and trust it. Because we are trying to find not just information in the story, we want to evoke our subconsciousness and allow the subconsciousness through the archetypes tell the story to us. Remember that any fairy tale story may have talking animals, magical objects, magical beings. There is a completely different sense of time, and there is a different logic in fairy tales. So trust your intuition, trust the archetypes that are going to show up for you. When you describe your main character, you can go wild and see what is opening up. Like you can be in details, or you can just briefly describe what is the most important you want to tell. The story is usually very simple. And if you feel that your culture belongs to different traditions of storytelling, you can always adjust the story. So I want you to prepare the paper, like any piece of paper, pen that you can write, and it's very comfortable for you. It could be a pencil, but we're going to write quite quickly. And I'll give you 15 sentences, 15. And you write down the answer. Like I will give you the beginning of the sentence and you write down the continuation. It could be couple sentences, but don't go in too many details. You can add them later if you want. After we complete all this 15 sentences, I will read again the whole process so you can look at the story, like the whole story, and see what is coming to you. So, and after we complete with the story, we will talk about it and how it can be related to you. So before we start, I always invite you to come back to your body. Just imagine how you dive in your body, how your soul is taking place in your head, in your neck, in your shoulder, in your hands, in your tummy, in your legs, in your feet, and just allow the soul be fully present in your body. And if any emotions start coming up, let them be expressed through this story. It's your story. You can adjust any rules. There is no strict rules. I will guide you through the process, but I'm here mostly to witness your experience, not to impose it or teach you how to do it. So let just story happening. Okay, and prepare your paper, your pen, and we always start the story. Once upon a time, lived, and here is your time to describe the main character. What do you want? Do you want to give this character name? Do you want to give this character like age? How you can describe in one sentence? Once upon a time, lived. It could be lived hedgehog, or it could be a princess, or it could be a queen. Just describe, end the sentence. And every time you finish the sentence, you complete the sentence, you type number 1 for first sentence. So I know when we start moving forward. I'm not going to wait for the 1 because it's enough time, but we are going to the next sentence. And one more thing that I want to mention, I used feminine gender in the story, but you can adjust it to it, to he. There is no limitations about it. So, okay, so I see that first sentence is completed. And the second sentence, she lived in or at, like, environment, describe the environment, circumstances that this character is living. Maybe she lived in a small village, or in a beautiful castle, or in a dark forest. Like, what is the environment? See what is coming to you. It could be princess living in a dark forest. And when you finish, just in chat, type it number 2. Okay. And I think it's enough time, and we are moving to the third sentence. She always, again, she always, he always, it always. So it could be any gender, just like what always this character was doing. Maybe she was dancing and singing, or maybe she was crying, or maybe she was working hard or studying something. So what she was doing always. Always, she always. And when you're done, number 3 in chat, please type it. Okay, and we are going to number 4 and continue the sentence. But never. What she or he never done. But never. What this character never had a chance to experience. Never smiled, never laughed, never traveled. Whatever is coming to you. And when you're ready, just type number 4. Okay, number 5. Most of all, she dreamed of. Most of all, she dreamed of what? What was she dreaming about? When you're ready, it will be number 5. Dreams could be different for different characters. Mm-hmm. See what's coming, like what is boiling on surface. Don't try to logically fantasize something. Okay. Number 6, once something significant happened to her. Once something significant happened to her. It could be a challenge. It could be some exciting moment. Just see what's happening. The number 6, once something significant happened to her. And just describe the situation. What's happened to her? Again, it could be to him, to eat. If you're writing about animals. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, Cynthia. Welcome. It's again, it could be something dramatic or something different. Fall in love, or maybe met somebody died, or anything, like any big event in the life of your character. We are in a magical world, so it could be magical happening. Maybe the dragon flew and steal her. Okay. And this made her, this event, this made her, it could be about feelings, or about made her a slave, or made her working hard. Like it could be action, or it could be feelings. It's made her feel this some way. So you can see how it's working for you. What's happened to your character after this event? In one story, one person wrote that it's made her thinking. So you can write your answer. You can change the word made. It's like it's forced her to do something, or it's changed her this way. So you can adjust the beginnings. Like remember, the English is not my native language, so you can find your personal wording. Okay, so this number 7. Good. And the number 8, but she hoped for. What she was hoping, how she hoped to go from this experience, what she was hoping for. but she hoped that something happens or that something changed. And what's changed exactly for you, for your character? If you miss something, if you're catching up, we will read the sentences from the beginning, so you will have a chance to do it again. Number 9, time passed. You can write down how much time passed. It could be 3 days or 33 years, like 7 years, 5 years, 2 weeks. Like, see what kind of sense of time you want to give her, this character. Three nights. It could be anything. Like, just give this character some time. Okay, so about time, we're writing in the sentence number 9. And we're going to the number 10. And the wonderful miracle happened. And a wonderful miracle happened. What kind of miracle happened? She can meet somebody, or she can find knowledge, or she may find a special magical object or magical being, or she grew up, or like something that you consider it a wonderful miracle for your character. Maybe some spell happened. She may receive, like, find a helper, a teacher, object, a guidance, or maybe find a personal superpower. Like, what is a wonderful miracle that happened to this character? And when you're done, this is the number 10. Helper could be a person, it could be animal, it could be nature, it could be talking tree or magical tree. Okay. Now we are going to number 11, which helped her to. Which helped her to. What this helper or this miracle helped her to achieve? Maybe it's helped her to find her way. It's maybe helped her to find her power, or like help her to feel loved. Like, whatever you feel was the help she received. Please describe this. Number 11, which helped her to something. This is number 11. Good. And we are going to number 12. And it says, our character finally realized. What was the realization? What was the understanding of something important? Thank you very much for letting me know when you're ready, because it helps me a lot. So our character, or our heroine, finally realized. What was the realization? It's number 12. Again, what's boiling? We're not trying to logically understand it because this and that, this happened. Like it's what is rising inside of you? What kind of realization happened? We're going to number 13. As a result, she made the decision to dedicate her life to. She made a decision to dedicate her life to. What was the dedication to? Like to dedicate her life to her family or to her country or to her, to dedicate to do something like helping people or teaching people how to do magic. Like what is rising? What is happening with your character? After this realization, what she wants to dedicate her life to. Maybe she dedicated to traveling around the world. Okay, so this is a number 13. And by this dedication to achieve what she wanted to achieve. She dedicated, so this was number 13. The number 14 is to achieve. What kind of achievements, what kind of goals this character wants to achieve? What is the purpose? Maybe to make people happy, or to be happy herself, or to develop some knowledge, or pass the knowledge to others. What kind of achievement? What's purpose, goal? So this is the number 14, about what kind of achievement she is looking for. Good. And number 15. As a result, she gained a lot of what? She gained a lot of, it could be feelings, it could be some prosperity, friends, people, knowledge. What was the gain? What was the result of this dedication? And this is the final number 15. What was the result? Okay, and as any fairy tale is ending, she lived happily ever after. And now I'm going to read each beginning of the sentence again, and you have a chance to read the whole story. You just, like everything is already, should be written. So you just finish the sentences and for yourself, hear the story, the whole story. So are we ready? Okay, so once upon a time lived in your character. She lived somewhere. She always did something. but never experienced or tried something. Most of all, she dreamed of, or she dreamed about, once something significant happened to her. And she made her, and this made her feeling this way or be this way. But she hoped that something changed. Time passed, and a wonderful miracle happened. Which helped her to change something or do something. Our heroine finally realized. What is the realization? As a result, she made the decision to dedicate her life to do something. What is the dedication to? To achieve or to reach the goal. As a result, she gained a lot of and she lived happily ever after. So let me know, like you can type 0 who finished the whole story. And this is becoming the story. Like just type 0 in chat. And I invite you to write a title for your story. What is the name of the story? How would you name it? Okay, good. What is the title of your story? It could be just one word or couple words. And if you would like to share the title of your story, it's always exciting to hear it. What was the story? And like when you write it, like let me know that title is done. Grandfather's treehouse. Interesting. The old woman goes to sea. Interesting. My life lesson. Good. Beautiful titles. Now look at the story. How would you describe it? Is it a love story? Is it a self growth, like spiritual growth story, or maybe horror story, or maybe hero story when we're fighting with somebody? Just like look at it. Maybe it's a magical story about dreams and magic. What is the name? Oh, not just like how to call it. I forgot all words. How to become a fairy. The goddess in the ice garden. Interesting titles. Beautiful titles. Thank you. Genre, like describe the genre of your story. Is it funny story or maybe Happy story. Challenging, like what would be this adjective that you use to describe it? Magical story, good. Okay, and now we are going to look at the story and what we can learn about ourselves, about our own strategies when we read the story. What is the subconsciousness and the archetypes that we used in the story can tell us about our life and about our personal realizations and achievements. Heartwarming story. About freedom. Interesting. Like, see how different everyone and how different and unique each story is. Even we never heard the story yet, we can look at that it's a different spiritual story, the getaway. You may ask, the getaway, is it getaway from something, or it's a getaway to, like getaway is usually from, but where is heading? Like, it's always, if we're leaving something, we're going somewhere, towards somewhere. Okay, so now let's look how it's related to ourselves. When you describe the character, look at it. Is it human? Is it animal? Is it woman? Or is it a masculine energy? Like, what is this description? This is description of yourself. If you used for main character an animal, it's mostly about your wild side. It's about something hidden, unconscious, not unconscious, subconsciousness. Like if you're a human being or higher being, it's more about conscious part of yourself that you realize and recognize it. But something that is described as an animal, it's hidden. This is your wild side, and how the wild side is looking for some adventure or for some challenges. If it's look at the age of this character, this is how age is related to you. At which age you needing some support or needing some adventure. So this is like, if you're still writing a story about small little girl, this is like your inner child still looking for your attention and for your love and energy. Like, pay attention to it, warm it. Like if you're looking at the adult character, this is maybe you're right now, this is when you need more energy and support. So pay attention, the age could be reflected to you. If you're feminine, like if you're a woman, but your character is a man, this is could be about your masculine side. It could be about your masculine go and get, like doing stuff. It's about supporting you as a achiever, as a person who can do anything. So you need to pay attention and support this side of yourself. So because this is something important, this is something that shows up for you today. Okay, we have some comments. How I become visible. Yeah, so this is about the story about how I become visible. Nice. Old woman meets magical horse. Interesting. Different, like the how old woman meets a magical horse. Magical horse is, again, it could be some wild side of herself, or it could be something that has a wild side of somebody, animal side of people. Mine was a kind of old man. I'm an old woman. Again, look like, because it's a man, some masculine energy is showing up. Maybe this is a time when you take action to do something. Man is usually something that do. If women more about feeling, creating environment, creating connections, man protection, and it's about establish boundaries as well. Maybe your old woman need to find a new boundaries, personal boundaries, emotional boundaries as well. Goddess, it's about goddess, good. God, I've just had a light bulb moment, good. This is why we're doing it, so you have some kind of light bulb moment. My magical life journey, good. Again, it's about my magical life journey. My life is magical. Yeah. So look at the environment. Where's this character? Where do you live? How you recognize your environment? Present time, or maybe it's your childhood. If you're writing about small girl, like if you're living in tall tower, maybe it was about some not ability to feel freedom, or maybe it's some challenges. What's the description of your environment, about your circumstances that this character is living? The young woman becomes a fairy. Young woman, okay. So remember that this is the power, this youngness is still be asking for your attention. Evoke this young woman inside. Becoming mystical. Find this spirituality. Mystical is something that it's hard to describe, and it could be about faith, it could be about magic. Magic is when we can focus our energy in a positive, creative way, and we receive the results because of we can use the energy in a special way. It could be energy of love, energy of faith, energy of physical body as well. Okay, so look at the environment. And she always did something, but never experienced something. So look, what is the most common for this person? Like for me, when I was writing my story, was like, she always studied. And I have like so many diplomas and certificates, like it's, and I like, when I look like, yes, I keep learning and learning stuff. So, but never, what's never could be? Never could be about some feelings that she never experienced, or maybe some never been in a different place, maybe never had a friend. Like, what is the never? This is some desire that wants to be experienced, but somehow doesn't have a permission to do it. So think, like, look at it like what you are doing always is a common to you. This is something that you can rely on. This is you're familiar with, but never is need your attention as well. This is your hidden desire. And it could be a very big clue to yourself, like how you can give yourself a permission to do it in a positive way, in a as an experience. Okay, learning how to become invisible. Interesting. This is the whole story about learning how to become invisible. She always lived in a forest, picking berries and mushrooms, but never went to a city. Okay, so forest. What is this forest in your personal life? Is it in really the forest, or maybe this is some kind of darkness of consciousness of other people? Because we can give different layers of understanding what is this environment represents to you. Maybe it's maybe it's a closer to the nature, but never been in some other high technology world and understand the power of the high technology world. God is locked in ice garden with beautiful ice roses, but she never saw the outside beyond the ice wall. So again, the castle environment, it could be physical place and feeling constrained, or it could be about feeling constrained in your consciousness, in your image of the world, and how this could be isolating from seeing beyond. This could be some interpretations behind it. Ice, what the ice representing? Ice, it could be frozen feelings, or it could be cold environment, like physical cold. Maybe it's a lack of physical touch as well. So just look at this in how it's related to you, what resonates with you. A beautiful, colorful bird flew over the ice wall. Good. Something outside, some messenger. And again, when you live in isolated world, cold world, something different is coming your way. Some beautiful, colorful, like again, this is ice, usually not as colorful. It's all the colors are dimmed, all these colors are pale, but something that when you mentioned like beautiful, colorful bird, it's a notice the contrast about it. Okay, so pay attention to your hidden desires. Most of all, she dreamed of. What is your character was dreaming about? So just pay attention. What is dreaming about? What it could be your old man that you described, like what is this masculine energy is dreaming about? What it wants to do or try or wish for. A traveler came to her house and told her stories about the world. Yeah. Good. I think, is it something significant? This is about significant. About the world. Wanted. Goddess Marion wanted to see beyond the ice wall. Look beyond. This is a very important, because something that you are dreaming about, this is what motivates you. I want to look beyond. I want to see the world. This is my biggest motivation. It's hidden in my subconsciousness, and this is what will drive this engine forward. This car, this body forward to achieve. So you need to remind yourself, what is your biggest motivation? What is your biggest dream? And we're going to next is, once something significant happened to her, what is this? This is a moment of challenge. And when I say challenge, it's not about the negative experience or positive experience. It's about accepting feelings that this experience awakening. Because I've seen stories when the biggest challenge was this character fall in love and could not accept the love. So it could be positive experience, but it's challenging. It's awakening so much inside of us, like fears and emotions, like positive emotions could be stressful to us as well. So look, what is this experience, that significant experience I mentioned, that is really challenging? It's not just exciting. It's can break your perception of the life, of the world. Maybe it breaks some traditions in your life. And something when you make decisions, when you try to decide to change something. It's already 50 minutes that we are together. We may run a little bit late. So if you need to step aside, please don't be upset. You can watch it later, but I hope that we look through all steps, because I think it's important for us. Okay, never was able to dance, dreamed of singing. Okay, Cindy, notice it's dreamed of singing is not just about singing itself, it's about letting your voice be loud and free. How I can speak in a beautiful way. So this is a very important motivation for you, first of all. So, and working with your voice is always the best exercise to feel empowered. So you can do it. You can work with this at any age. And it's not related to your hearing, because many people, oh, I cannot sing because I don't have musical ear. It has nothing to do together. It's about letting your voice expressed, and your willpower as well. Beautiful bird came back and knocked down the ice wall, open up the world beyond. So notice, it seems like a beautiful event. Something outside happened and broke the wall, but it's your decision, to take responsibility to move forward. This is a big event. It's a very significant, I believe, for the character. She traveled over land and sea with her telepathic horse and met many tribes or healers and spiritual masters. It's a beautiful. Again, this is the journey with the wild horse. The horse, trust your intuition. The horse, if you look at the tarot card, where the fool is walking on the edge of the cliff, he has this small dog that doesn't make sense. Like, why is the dog there? The dog is the intuition of this fool who can pull him, warn him, and bring back to the reality when we carried away with something to achieve. So the horse is representing something very important, physical intuition or physical side of you. Wild, yeah. She dreamed that she was flying over the forest, I believe, yeah? Okay, so this, again, the flying is about freedom. Flying about looking at the world, at the reality, at her life from above. See the whole picture, see the different perception, see options and what is beyond her place. It's a very important. And again, look, if this not just about flying, but is this bird or this person has the place where she can come back, where she will be anchored at home and safe at home. Because when we are flying away, when our spirit is flying away, we need to be fully anchored in the body. So this line can connect us so we know where to come back. So this is a very interesting. Become an artist. Okay, Cynthia, trust this, like the artist. How it's related to you. Are you an artist? And what you want, artist is showing the world from your perception, how you see the world, how you feel the world is reflected in your art. How you can, and it's not just about painters, it could be about any crafts, it's about any creation. The art is like, I have the motto that art is healing and everything is art. So it could be through cooking, through raising children, through teaching children. So everything, like how you could be an artist in everything you do. And again, the artist, how I show the world my viewpoint. Okay, so we are going next. How, and this made her, it's made her like, it's made her free, it's made her excited. Are you paying attention to feelings of your character, or are you paying attention to obligations or actions that she needs to do? Again, so this is a very important, this is your strategy. You're paying attention to your feelings or to the actions and situations that need to be dealt with. What's your biggest challenge? Spot on, Anna. Yeah. I'm glad. So pay attention. So this is your strategy. What you're paying, what is the biggest effects you recognize? If your character after this significant event felt lonely or happy, and you're describing only feelings, this is what matters the most to you, feelings. And after somebody will say like, oh, you achieved this and this, but there will be no feelings in the description, it will matter nothing to you. There will be no value in this achievement. So you need to pay attention to your feelings. But if you say like, oh, this made her work hard, do something, do some action, change something in her life, you are looking for value in your actions and your achievements. Okay, so I have done such and such. So this is your evaluation. So this is your tool that you evaluate your results and your experiences. That is, Marion was filled with joy as the beautiful bird taught her how to break down ice walls. Okay, again, notice that there are some feelings, joy, and knowledge that she received. This is evaluation for you. This is what has a value for you. So it's and everything that you do in life, or when you try to recognize, like, does it help me or not? How do I feel? What I learned. So this could be very important for you, Carol. She dedicated her life to exploring, learning, and teaching. Okay, so Mary is way behind us. Okay, I have to go, but we'll watch again in recording and do another story. I think it has been amazingly insightful. Thank you so much, Anna. You're welcome. Well, thank you for joining us. Yeah, the recording will be available right after the stream. Okay, so now, and what she is hoping, but she hoped that, like, what are you hoping for? What is, again, will be your light at the end of the tunnel? What you need to pay attention? Like, are you hoped that help will come from outside, or you find your own energy, own power to resolve some challenges, to make a big decision in life? So this is a very important, like, what kind of hopes we have, we are hoping on ourselves or hoping to from external world. So it's not about good or bad, or what is useful, what is not. It's your strategy, and you need to know what motivates you and how we can find resources, what we recognize as resources. Because in different situations in life, we need all resources that we can use, that we can find. Next, time passed. How much time do you have yourself to process big emotions? Do you even give yourself time? There is a different perception of time in fairy tales. It's not about like, okay, some sleeping beauty. She sleep like hundreds of years, nothing happened to her. And it's perfectly fine. But sometimes we don't give ourselves like, okay, something significant happened and we want to feel the same next morning. No, we need to give ourselves time to digest, change our perception to life, and find a new guidance in life. So this is how generous you are with your time, and how quickly you process things. Again, it's not a good or bad thing. It's something new for you, something about your uniqueness. Goddess Maureen wanted to show others how to break down their ice walls as she walked beyond her ice wall in all her beauty. Okay, in all her beauty, beautiful. Beautiful story. Yes, all like, see how it's already, you can tell that it's dedication to other people, to teaching, teaching other people to experience life differently, more freely. Okay, so next, and a wonderful miracle happened. What kind of miracles? What do we recognize as a miracle? We recognize as a miracle people, knowledge, magic, some energies. What is the miracle for you? Miracle, again, is usually something that is hard to understand, something that's hard to describe. So if pay attention to it as well, it's something that maybe there is beyond some understanding, maybe other people beyond your understanding. And it's okay. Oh, yes, I feel that other people are miracle because it's hard to understand their actions, their motivations, their desires, and emotions. So this is something you need to learn. Help, what kind of, this is about helpers. What kind of help you are looking for? You're looking for relationship, and you need another person to be in this relationship. You're looking for knowledge, and this is the help that you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for some guidance, and just like another element and helper just show you in which direction to move. So what kind of help you are looking for, and why is this miracle to you? This is when the horse came after she got ready for the journey. Okay, again, the horse, physical, wild side of yourself in most cases, or maybe wild side of another person that is beyond your logic. This is some intuition. This is something that is built in the body of your own or another person. Like, you ask yourself, is this horse about me, or is it horse about person that next to me? So it's and trust your feelings, like you will find the answer. Becoming an artist made me my invisible maiden in her green forest, see everything through the eyes of reaction. Again, like this is resonates with the whole speech about artists. Okay, Goddess Warren wanted to show others how to break down. Okay, I think we did it. I hope to connect with all of nature. Nature is environment. Yeah, this is something that is, again, the environment could be supportive, like when you describe as a beautiful place that live, it could be a resource, or it could be a limitation instead. Like if you would describe a castle or some prison in the story. So look how you use and how you communicate. What is your relationship with your environment? Looking for maybe an understanding traveling companion. Somebody on the wild side. Still be, I believe. But again, trust your feelings, trust your own interpretation for it, because it's I don't see the whole story. I just tell you what resonates most. Goddess Maureen was then pulled to the clouds above, and she could see the beauty of the world as she melted her eyes garden. So notice she pulled to the clouds. So she needs just relax and allow the flow take you somewhere beyond her understanding, beyond her point of view. So this is a very important, trust the flow. So this is a very significant message. So you need to relax, trust, have faith that you are safe in this flow, and then will reveal the beauty of the world. Okay, so which help her too? Like what, how does help really changing you? Do you even accept the help? Many people may meet many helpers on the way, but never really accepting the help. Do we appreciate the help? Do we appreciate the advices? Do we appreciate the support, companions on our way, teachers? This is a very important. How this help makes you change you? It makes you feel, or it's do all the hard work for you and protect you from something. Like what kind of achievements, what kind of results of this help you experienced? Understanding others' language of their truth. Their truth. It's called empathy. It could be your tool, Cynthia. Empathy. Because feelings, emotions never lie. Okay, next, she finally realized what is the biggest realization, what is the biggest lesson for this character of yours, what she learned through this journey, what she learned through these experiences. So you can look at it. What is your realizations? What you need to remind you, because this, my life is about learning this, how to trust my dreams, or that, or dreams come true, or something that is you described in your fairy tale. She performed miracles and spread love and happiness everywhere. Beautiful. Like how open the sentence is, like she performed. Again, performed is about lightness. It's not like she worked hard to do miracles. It's a game. It's there is no heavy burden about performing miracles. So it's a different sense of it. Like just feel that how you use a special language and the meaning of each word in your fairy tale. Each word has a meaning, it has a power. She learned how to be happy all of the time. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and as a result, she made the decision to dedicate her life to, like, okay, what is the dedication to? Dedication to your family, to people, to your community, to teaching, to learning, to experiencing, traveling, to relationships, to be in a relationship with somebody. So this is a very interesting, like, pay attention. What is the dedication? Are you, it could be a big answer for you, like, oh, I don't know the purpose of my life. This is your purpose of your life. This is what your subconsciousness is looking for, to support other people, to be around people, or be alone and learn something. So it could be different for each of us, but it's unique and beautiful. She now lives in the clouds and spreads her wings and shows others how to break down their own ice walls. Okay, it's interesting that, of course, the flying freedom, but notice that you say that, and she shows others how to break down their own ice walls. So it's not about teaching. Okay, I need to do and teach others. No, she is living, she is flying, and whenever she feels like her existence is enough to show others something significant about freedom, to teach how to be free. So it's a very important that there is no forcing the knowledge. It's about showing the knowledge and showing the results of it. Okay, she learned to create miracles, help, and enjoy them. Okay, learning, again, it's about learning and using them, enjoying them. Pay attention, like, it's a very important that this sentence, that enjoy them. How much in your life do you slow down and enjoy moments? Enjoy, because each moment is a miracle. Each result, each achievement is a miracle. So you need to give yourself some time to enjoy them, because this is the something that what you dedicate your life to. Not just learning, but enjoy the results. To understand the connection between all beings. Again, Mary, like, I cannot repeat it enough. It's first of all, connecting human and animal sides. Doesn't matter, yours, not yours, like human, your conscious and subconscious parts. And this will help you to understand better connection between all beings. Beings, not between all people. It's about different sides of people, of nature, and people just part of the nature. So it's beings could be spiritual beings as well. Find your own powerful voice. Again, do some action. Start, the simplest one is start humming. Humming is awakening our throat chakra. Her power in expressing her own nature. Again, expressing her own nature is about voice. Okay, and as a result, she made the decision to dedicate her life to and to achieve. Like, what kind of achievement? What is the purpose of your life? What is the goal of your life? And as a result, she gained a lot of, what is the reward? What is the biggest result, value of your experiences you wrote here? Like, is it she she gained a lot of friends, or she gained a lot of knowledge, or she gained a lot of feelings, joy, happiness? Like, so again, what is the value? We already talked about the value, what is motivates us. But here, as a result of life, it could be different. Maybe you paid attention to actions before. Here is the life reward. What the life offers you. Maybe you're looking for achievements in actions and do stuff. And as a result, you finally received emotions. You finally gained this beautiful experience of relationship, friends. Or maybe other, maybe like the life, what the life gives you, what the life offers you, what kind of rewards, friends and wisdom. Beautiful. Friends and wisdom. Dedicated to being authentic, humble, and true to my higher self. True to my higher self. To be true to your higher self, like listen to yourself. We always look inside. Nobody can teach us about ourselves, but our it's this knowledge is not from outside. Its knowledge always comes from inside. So we looking inside, listening and expressing it. Authentic, humble. Interesting. The word is humble. Pay attention to the wording, like the vocabulary that you use. Some words can be really healing for you when you remind yourself something. Goddess Marion now lives happily in her beautiful cloud garden with other beautiful birds. My spiritual journey. So it's a beautiful new place, a new environment. It's completely changed perception to the world. Closer to gods. So notice how different, like the whole journey, how it's transformed the character, how we what we recognize as a resource and how we accept resources, how they change us. So this is I hope you found a beautiful insight in this experience. I invite you to read the story. Maybe there is something else coming to you. Maybe you can give more details, or maybe take away some of them. Remember the story and tell it to the next generation. If you have children or if you have grandchildren, well, tell them the story of your own, because this is the story of your life, of your dedication, of your purpose, like how you deal with challenges. This could be a very beautiful bonding between generations. Children love to play the game, like when you tell the story about them and how you can learn about something. Like you offer them a plot or you offer them a structure, and they engage in this process and be open, because it's not your logic that is writing the story. It's your subconsciousness that giving you answers to all this simple sentences. As always, the structure of my story that I offered you today, this is something that I wrote, but you can write your own. You can find the structure in the Telegram channel, where I always post everything that I used for the preparation for the class. And just you can adjust the story. You can write the story in a different style related to your culture. Like if you belong to Celtic traditions or Slavic traditions, or maybe some Asian traditions, you can always adjust it and see how characters could be changed, or how the environment is changing, and style could be unique for yourself. And share the story with other participants or with the family members. So it could be, you don't have to tell that the story is about you. Who knows will understand. Okay, Anna, you blew my mind with the story. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm glad that you trust me to go, because it's your experience. I'm just witnessing this experience, and thank you for sharing. Freedom to be an inspiring influence. Freedom to be an inspiring influence. But first of all, freedom. It's inner freedom. It's trusting yourself. Could you maybe post that on Facebook? I can get on Telegram. Okay. Okay, Mary, I will do. I will do in our Neurographic Academy Neuro Art Facebook group. Again, I invite everybody who wants to work with the meanings and emotions behind your names and nicknames that you were called during your life. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. The link will be in the description box after this video, and basic course will start in September if you're interested. Next week, on Friday, we are going to talk about clothing, accessories, shoes that we wear, and how everything that we put on ourselves is telling the story of our resources and our traumatized experiences as well. So this is a topic for next class. For next, like I keep calling them classes, like even they just meetings. So, but you're welcome. We will find something new and interesting about. We will learn something new and interesting about ourselves. So, I hope to see most of you tomorrow at 9 a.m. If not, I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. We have some comment. It was so deep and profound. Made my day. Thank you. Thank you for being here again. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a great day and tell your story to the world. It's so unique, so beautiful. It deserves to be heard, to be passed from generation to the generations. Okay. Bye, everyone.